Hi, how can I help you?
I'm good, thank you. Appreciate it. What are you doing?
I'm just on my phone.
Are you taking a picture?
No, sir.
Yeah, you are. Don't delete it though, I'm gonna get a copy of that, alright?
I don't know what you're doing, so I'm just protecting myself. You're coming into my office, you're not identifying yourself.
I don't have to identify. You work in the people's office. We don't owe you answers, lady.
Okay, sir, that's fine, but I'm gonna ask you to leave, otherwise I'm going to call 911 and have the cops come in here.
You can do whatever you need. I'm in a public office engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. But don't delete that though.
Hey, I am calling from 59 Court Street. I have a guy here in the building department recording me. He's not identifying himself. I don't know if he has weapons. I am not sure what's going on, but I'm really scared because I'm the only one in the office. Yes. It's this one that I'm calling you from. It's 572-6251.
Calling the police because she doesn't know if we have weapons.
My name is Isis. Perdomo, and now I have a second gentleman that just walked in with another camera also recording me, so I'm really not sure what's going on. Yes, it's two white males wearing a hat. One's wearing a Yeti hat. The other one's wearing a gray shirt with a tan hat. I'm not sure if they're going to wait for the cops to show up or not. I'm just sitting here trying to do my job, and these gentlemen are scaring me right now.
What a snowflake.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, bye-bye. I'll stay on the line? Okay. You got it.
That's insane. I've never seen anything like that, buddy. And nothing happened beforehand. I came in, she asked me what I was doing, I told her I was working on something, and then I walked over here, she pulled out her phone and started taking pictures. I told her that I was going to request those.
This video opens with a clear allegation. A city employee calls police on a man simply for filming inside a public building. From the start, the narrator frames this as a textbook First Amendment encounter, one that spirals due to fear, misunderstanding, and exaggeration. Inside the Westfield City Hall, a calm interaction instantly turns tense when the employee accuses the man of taking photos and demands answers he isn't legally required to give. Moments later, the line is crossed. She dials 911, claiming fear, uncertainty about weapons, and portraying lawful filming as a threat. The stage is set for confrontation based entirely on a false premise.
As part of a records request, and then she called, presumably the police, and said that I'm scaring her because I might be armed. That's what she said.
Hey, Andy.
Hi.
I'm still on the phone with the police department waiting for the cops to show up. You may be getting recorded by these gentlemen.
That's fine.
No, I am recording.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm in a public building.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Listen, so no word of a lie, and she'll concur.
I don't really need the story.
Well, I mean, stories are important because she told the cops or whoever she's on the phone with a couple of stories. Oh, they're here, yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Surprised you guys didn't come in with your guns out.
Yeah, based on the phone call she made.
So I'm calling because I have these two gentlemen who walked in here with all these phones recording me.
Yeah.
They refused to identify themselves when I asked them if I could help them with anything or why they were recording me.
Okay.
He started raising his voice and telling me he doesn't owe me anything, that he's a citizen and he can do whatever he wants. He still refused to tell me why he's here. I'm the only person in this office right now. I feared for my life. I don't know if he's armed. He's had this whole attitude the whole time.
Officers arrive expecting danger, but instead find two men calmly recording in a public office. The city employee doubles down, repeating her claims: refusal to identify, aggressive behavior, fear for her life. But this time, the narrative collapses. An officer immediately acknowledges the truth. City Hall is a public building, filming is legal, and no crime has occurred. The power dynamic shifts instantly. The very call meant to silence the cameraman now educates the caller instead.
Well, I'm fearing for my life, not knowing who he is or why he's here.
So unfortunately, this is City Hall. It's a public place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have all the right in the world to do, record and do whatever they want. They don't have to have business to be here, since it is public. Okay, so
Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that.
they can be here. They can be recording. It's their whole First Amendment right.
Okay.
Okay.
So I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to my
So
camera.
if they want to stand here and record, they can.
Now, I do have to close the office at 4 o'clock, so I don't want to have any altercations with them because I do have to close it at 4 o'clock. So I still don't know like what they're doing, so I don't feel comfortable with them recording me, even though like I know that I'm in a public place. But
We are?
I appreciate that. If you, I know that this is kind of a waste of.
So this guy in the back is obviously the
I've never
punk.
had this happen before, and again, even if
He
you
doesn't-
come in and looked around the office and I said, hey, I'm here.
Man, listen.
What's your purpose?
I'm talking to this guy.
I know, just don't go behind it. Just stand right
Attitude,
there.
and
I'm good, man. I don't take drag queens.
Again, I'm just the only one here in this office.
Yep.
He's the gent.
He's taken her word at face value, which she's saying is very different to what happened.
So would you like to tell me what you're doing here?
So
Yeah, I don't mind, man. I talk to everybody.
Sure.
So
we'll hang around with you.
came in to do a records request upstairs. This place is massive. So I came in this door. This was the first office I passed. So I walked in, and she asked if she could help us, or me, and I said, I don't need help, thank you very much. She asked what we're doing. Instead of being like the people that you're talking about that are looking for those reactions, I told her what I'm doing. I'm engaging in public.
We'll hang around.
Oh, this was handheld. I put it down just to fire this phone.
Obviously, you have the intent.
So, but no, yeah, I told her that I'm recording,
Yeah.
and she said, "What are you recording for?" And I said, "I'm recording you because you work for the government." And then she pulled out her phone. I asked her not to delete the footage because I'd like to request it as part of a records request. And she said,
Well, it's her own personal
Okay.
phone.
So
"Yeah, but she's using it, creating a public record, so I can request it. It's protected under FOIA." But anyways, I've never got denied one. I think I got over 2 dozen. But anyways, the point is she's saying.
As tension lingers, the auditor calmly explains what actually happened step by step, dismantling the false report in real time. He points out the contradictions, explains public records law, and clarifies that the employee herself created a public record by filming him. This segment is critical. The officer listens, the tone remains calm, and facts replace emotion. From a third-party perspective, this is where credibility fully transfers away from the caller and toward the cameraman.
So if it's
She's saying that we're being
closed,
aggressive.
it's closed.
We're not being aggressive.
If you're in here after.
So she made a false police report, which is punishable to 2 years in the Framingham
15 minutes to do whatever you
Women's
want,
Prison.
And then you just gotta head out.
So she made a
The whole building closes at 5, so you can go somewhere else.
she made a false police report. Is that an issue?
Kelly, 307.
I mean, I don't know who you've dealt with before.
Yep.
My tone never changes. I'm always like this. I've been doing this a long time.
Yep.
She told the 911 dispatcher that we were being aggressive. At some point, she said we tried to enter through a door, which I'm assuming is this one. She said that we might. She said that we might be
From her
armed.
perspective, she's just trying to do her job.
So making a false police report is just perspective.
Okay.
I haven't
know exactly what was said on the
so I haven't
911
done a
call.
police
All I know is
report.
what we got called to.
Okay.
You guys were filming her and making her feel uncomfortable. That's why we're here.
She filmed me,
Okay.
but I didn't call the police because it made me feel uncomfortable
sure you were-
because I'm in
sure you were
public.
filming her first.
So
And
what's the
you gotta
problem?
understand
What's
that
the
this
problem
behavior
with
is not
that?
exactly normal.
There's cameras all over City Hall.
But I understand exactly what
What's
you're trying to do.
what's abnormal about
She's
it?
not familiar with it.
If I was trying to, like you said when you came in, this is what they're trying to do, get a reaction. If that were the case,
Yep.
my behavior would be a lot different because I can cuss without restriction
Yep.
as long as I'm not engaging in violent, loud, or tumultuous behavior or I'm threatening somebody.
Yep.
I could be legally protected
Yep.
way worse than I am right now. Yes or no?
Yes.
And I'm not.
Right.
Have I been rude or called anyone names? Have I been basically respectful the
No,
whole
but
time?
I know what your motive is.
What is my motive then?
Exactly this.
I mean, if that was my motive, wouldn't I
Okay.
behave
Do you
in the
have a
way
YouTube
that we
channel?
already discussed?
You have a YouTube channel?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what
So
do
are
I
you
do?
doing a public
What do I?
record?
What do
Is
I?
that the
What
whole
do I
point
do?
of being here?
Hold on one second. What do I do on my YouTube channel? Because you don't know me, but I think you're casting
I'm assuming it's
it.
this.
Which is what?
Now comes the philosophical clash. One officer suggests the cameraman's motive is to provoke reactions, a common accusation against auditors. Instead of escalating, the cameraman dismantles that assumption logically, explaining that if provocation were the goal, his behavior would look very different. He openly acknowledges his YouTube channel, explains First Amendment auditing, and highlights that professionalism, not hostility, defines lawful expression. This is a pivotal moment. The confrontation shifts from legality to intent, and the auditor wins that argument cleanly.
First Amendment auditing.
Okay, but the way that you're saying it is if we're trying to elicit some sort of negative reaction.
I believe that you are.
Okay, so
That's just my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion.
So do you think that-
yourself, because when you say it to
fine.
people well, like this, now she's going to take that in her mind and give it to somebody else like that, and you know that's not the situation. So you're making
No, I know the
a worse
situation.
situation
No, you're
even
getting
worse.
upset with me because I know
I'm
what you're
not
trying to do.
upset. How
So-
am I upset?
What
You-
was
talk
the
about your
purpose of coming
tyrants.
here? Were you
You
coming to
are
get
a
records?
Okay,
You
thank
are
you.
a tyrant.
I was coming to get records.
You know it.
This building's enormous,
Okay,
so
you
this
got
is the
12
first office I passed. So I came in here and she started being a bitch.
Why'd you
Okay.
become a cop?
So what kind of records are you trying? I can
Why
point you in the
you
right,
involved?
right
I need
place that you're
I
trying
need
to
Why
be.
do you
all
brush your teeth?
lawsuits,
Why do you brush your teeth?
all
Why do you
settled
like that?
lawsuits
Don't ask
from
questions.
lawsuits.
2017
Yeah.
through
I
2025.
know the answer to all
For
those.
You know
what?
all the-
For
you know-
so
you know what we're-
specifically any lawsuits the town has, the city has
Come out here
settled
and we'll-
Okay.
from that
I don't
time
need to talk to you
frame.
anymore.
Okay.
Like, so if someone has sued the city,
Yeah.
I'd like the amounts of those lawsuits that were settled and how many of them were.
So there, when you first walk in, there's a bulletin board,
Kelly, I should have known by
right?
now.
Okay, anybody's
There's
threatening you in any
there's
way?
stairs. If you go up those
No, but
stairs,
you're
right? There is another
inciting something
bulletin
to
board, and
somebody's
those will
mind
give you
that
the
ain't
proper
true, okay?
Okay.
areas to
you have
go.
a very
You need to be in
reason why I'm
records,
doing what I do.
right?
Yeah.
Or you need to be at
Well, I
the
assume,
clerk's
I
office.
assume, I assume town clerk, city clerk.
Yeah,
What's your
so the
YouTube
clerk,
channel?
yeah, the records or clerk's office will be your best point of
What's his?
reference.
He said
Okay,
it. I didn't say it.
I believe that's the second
That's
floor.
fine.
See, this is
that's-
easy. It is. My
that's
voice
where you
has
need
never
to be.
changed. I don't know who you've had interactions with before. You obviously see videos on YouTube and you think that everyone's the same. I've been doing this for a decade. I'm one of the largest channels that does this. I have just as many positive videos on my channel as I do negative videos. I don't come in seeking any interaction, and I'll tell you one thing. This lady working over here, she's low-hanging fruit. If I want, I didn't even try. I just came in
I'm sure
with my
she's very good
camera.
at her job. And this is just
All
not
I
a
did
normal occurrence.
was come in to ask directions, and then that's what I got. If I
There's a
wanted to
director
try,
right by the elevator.
if I wanted to try and trigger her, that would have been easy.
All kinds of shit.
So I don't know why you're being a
I
prick.
asked you why you were here and you refused to
Just
tell
don't-
me why.
I don't owe you answers to your questions.
Don't interrupt.
Okay?
Okay.
Just do your job, do what you need to do for the night, close up, don't
You
interrupt.
wasted resources. You called armed men over people committing no crime that weren't even being aggressive with you. Like, we could get all crazy if we wanted to, and we don't.
Do you want to head up to the clerk's office so you can get your paperwork?
Now I'm gonna walk around. I don't know
I mean,
what
you
your
can-
problem
you can
is,
walk around.
bro.
I don't have a
He
problem.
give you his name and badge number.
Sure did.
This office closes at what time?
4
4
o'clock.
All right,
o'clock.
let's hang out until 4.
Alright.
This is how we want to do things. Let's do things this way. I appreciate you being professional. I have no problem with you. I have no problem with police. I don't even dislike cops. Okay, I think there's bad in every profession. For example, there's people that work in this office. She's a prime example.
I'm sure
But I'm
she's
not
a
going to have
wonderful
someone.
person.
You sure I'm a wonderful person?
Sure.
Okay, then why come in with all the hostility?
I don't have
Like
any
you were
hostility.
pretty certain we're just
No,
here
I
to
was
try and get a
explaining to
reaction.
her what you're doing.
But the way you explained it was as if this was our goal. Like, I want to come in, put my life in danger, and have some woman tell police. She told police that I was being aggressive, trying to come through a door, and that I might be armed.
Okay, well,
How are you going to respond accordingly? Which isn't your fault, but if you get a call where there's some sort of dangerous activity,
Yep.
you're going to respond to that call differently than you would if someone's locked out of their house and they need assistance, right?
Correct.
Because you need to be ready to evaluate the situation
So we didn't
and
get
act
any
accordingly.
information about you guys possibly being armed. We just,
Well, that's what she said.
you were bothering her and filming her.
The situation deflates. The officer provides directions to the clerk's office, confirming there was never an issue to begin with. The auditor points out the real cost of the false report: wasted police resources and unnecessary escalation. As the building approaches closing time, the city employee retreats, silent, corrected, and visibly exposed. From a third-party view, this is the walk of shame promised in the intro, not dramatic, but unmistakable.